In real life, she's an actress, singer, and fashion plate, but on Showtime's hit show Shameless, Emmy Rossum is a hot mess. The show is in its 4th season, and Fiona Gallagher is just trying to keep it all together. A lot of your dialogue is a lot of curse words.
Yeah.
Shameless, you're throwing the F-bomb.
Lots of bombs.
It seems like a fun show to shoot, even though the topics themselves are usually pretty heavy.
Well, what's interesting, I think, is every set atmosphere is reflective of the material you're working on. So this atmosphere is totally raunchy, totally crazy, high energy, high intensity, and it's like we have the same crew for 4 or 5 seasons now, which is so indicative of what kind of show it is, because we have weird people on our crew and in our writer's room, and they just stick around. It's really cool.
I'm sitting across from you. I've just met you, but I've seen you practically naked.
I know.
That's strange for me.
It's definitely weird on first dates when guys have already seen your boobs.
Do people ask you about it on first dates?
No. I would get up and leave.
But wouldn't you ask?
No, you know what's so weird is that I feel like it gives guys the wrong idea about me, because Fiona's so open with her sexuality, but I feel like I'm not that liberated at all. So when I'm in character, and it feels like I'm playing pretend. It feels like I'm in that headspace, and it's very easy for me in a certain way to do that. But when I'm, no, it's not that easy. I couldn't do it here. I'm not in character. I'm here as me, so I would be like, hello.
Even though we've already seen it.
Even though you've already seen it. Yeah, and it hasn't changed.
People on set, I mean, like you said, I almost think it would be more bizarre to work with a cast and crew that you've known for so long versus I'd rather a complete stranger see me naked than someone people I've like this, you guys.
You know, weirdly, the romantic nudity doesn't weird me out at all. There's a comfort level you have with another actor. You know, they're just as bare as you are. But I did a scene this year in the prison where I was being strip searched, and it was a cavity search scene.
That was a rough scene.
Completely naked for it. And the way they were shooting it, I didn't even have my vanity patch on, which I usually have, like my little triangle in the front over here. And I had a huge panic attack as we were shooting it, which has actually ended up in the show, because I had never felt so kind of dehumanized in a weird way. And I said to my boss, our showrunner, like, I really hope that scene is good. I really hope it's worth it, because you're putting me through hell. Like, I had a huge panic attack. And he was like, yeah, it's good, don't worry.
It's also interesting to me the way things play out on the show in front of who they play out in front of. I mean, everything happens in front of the kids.
Yeah.
And to think that there are people that live in such close confines with all of these people and all of these kids. How do you manage the topics with the kids on the show?
That's tricky, because they are real little humans, and they are growing up, and we cast them at 9, they're 13 now, and they're playing those kinds of storylines, but they're much more sheltered in their lives by their actual good parents than the Gallaghers. So they're playing storylines they haven't experienced yet, so that's really tough. We have to be sensitive to that.
Do you feel like you have to take on a sisterly role and maybe answer questions that you typically wouldn't be so comfortable
Sometimes
answering?
They come to us and ask us questions. And they're kids, so they're exposed to things going into high school, like marijuana, like, parties that might have, inappropriate things. And I think that is hard growing up, but I've experienced that too. So I can be more like a big sister, but I have to remind myself, like, I'm not their actual parent.
In my experience, people who are squeaky clean are people who haven't really done anything. If they haven't done anything, I don't want them to be there making decisions. I want somebody who has a great appetite and